A diocesan priest is a man who is called to be open to God's love, promises, and will for him, is prayerful, desiring to love God and God's people with his whole being, serve in the sacramental ministry in the church for which he is ordained, proceeding at the celebration of the Eucharist, administering the sacraments of baptism, confirmation, reconciliation, marriage, and the sacrament of the sick, teaches and preaches the gospel of Jesus, and provides for and supports the spiritual formation of the people through his teachings of the church, is available and involved in day-to-day lives of the people he is privileged to serve, represents the presence of Christ and the church, ever beside its members through the struggles and successes, joys and sorrows of life, provides practical pastoral ministry such as visits to parishioners, especially those who are sick or dying, visits schools encouraging teachers and children in their living of the Christian faith, provides leadership with others, enhancing the role of laity to make a parish a welcoming, active, participative, prayerful, and inclusive place in which all themselves to be loved by God and called to fulfill their personal vocations within the church and beyond, is the presence of the church and in the wider community, administers the parish, including financial oversight and integrity, takes responsibilities for his personal spiritual development, continuing formation, ongoing education, emotional and physical therapy in order to fulfill his responsibilities well.
Tradition. Priesthood originates from the Last Supper. In the Last Supper, Jesus washed the feet of his disciples, also known as the first priest. He also instructed them to do the same. Form. As a priest, you lose some of your freedom. As a priest, you have responsibilities and obligations, and you must make choices on how you will use the freedom you have. Diocesan priests make a formal promise to their bishop. Bishops have the fullness of the sacrament holy orders. However, priests assist the bishops. Without priests, the faithful would be deprived of the holy sacrifice of the Mass. They would have no one to instruct them in faith. This form that all priests live by has been used since the first priest appeared in the Old Testament. A priest celebrates Mass daily, and this is an example of the form of a priest because this is his responsibility. Matter. A diocesan priest will live in the parish assigned by the bishop. A priest must celebrate Mass and anything else such as baptisms and confirmations for that parish. The priest is provided a room and a board and a limited expense account as well. They can buy their own clothes, automobile, and any other expenses. However, a priest must live a life of poverty and must contribute to a charity. This is the matter a priest is surrounded by daily. Grace. While all the other sacraments impart grace to the recipient for his own use and sanctification, he, on the other hand, who receives holy orders, is made partaker of the heavenly grace, precisely that, by his ministry, he may promote the welfare of the Church and therefore all of mankind. Priests exercise grace in private prayer. This is a daily objective priests accomplish and is how they show grace toward the community.
The definition of vocation is a call. A vocation is a call from God, and anyone who has felt God's call knows that the process is anything but simple. While most people think of a vocation as what they are called to do in life, it is important to understand that the first and most important call from God is a call to be holy. The formation of a person becoming a priest includes a man engaging in a program of priestly formation which lasts from 5 to 13 years depending upon his background and the seminary he attends. There are 3 levels of the seminary, which are high school, college, pre-theology, and theology. At each level of seminary training, the seminarian prepares for future pastoral ministry in various settings such as schools, religious education programs, hospitals, prisons, and parishes. The formation of future priests includes practical learning too, for example, preaching, presiding at Mass, and pastoral counseling.
The priest will wake up and prepare for morning Mass. Some priests may use this time for private prayer. He will then celebrate 2 Masses, one from 8 to 9 and the other from 9 to 10. Unfortunately, there may sometimes be a funeral, and that Mass will be from 12 to 1. If there is not a funeral, the priest will have office time. From 1 to 4 is typically the time when the priest will help out the parish for anything they may ask of him, or he can help the parish in any way he wants. After the priest has time for private prayer, meetings, exercise, or dinner. Then he can meet with parishioners, engaged couples, and others. Then by 10, the priest will return and will get ready for bed.